The city that needs no cars. Imagine this. You go out on the road and instead of the usual noisy traffic, you're greeted by the cheerful sounds of children playing and melodies of singing birds. And guess what? There's hardly any traffic at all. This tranquil scene may seem like a dream, but it's a reality within the superblocks of Barcelona. So what exactly are superblocks? Superblocks are neighborhoods consisting of 9 blocks that have traffic limited to the main roads surrounding the neighborhood's perimeter. This leaves whole groups of streets available for walkers and bicycles to use. Barcelona is taking this concept of car-free zones to a new level. Since 2016, the city has been creating pedestrian-free areas called superblocks. But now, there is an even greater plan in mind. Barcelona's central grid transformed into a greener, pedestrian-friendly, almost entirely car-free area. Mayor Ada Colau recently announced an ambitious project to convert 21 streets in Barcelona's Ensemble district into a superblock. Only residents, essential services, and deliveries will have access to these streets, while the rest of the community will be preserved for pedestrians. Talk about a major revamp. It looks like cars in Barcelona are taking a back seat, literally. They'll have to navigate around the perimeter while pedestrians take center stage. Can you imagine walking through a city where cars are banished and replaced with vibrant pedestrian plazas? Well, Barcelona is turning that dream into a reality. And the best part, these plazas will be shaded by beautiful trees, providing a refreshing oasis in the heart of the city. Let's dive deeper into the details. Starting in 2022 with a budget of 38 million euros, that's around $45 million, this plan represents one of the most extensive urban revamps of the 21st century. Mayor Colau envisions a new city that's less polluted, embraces innovative mobility solutions, and offers ample public spaces for everyone to enjoy. Back in 2016, they introduced the concept with a smaller superblock in the district of Pobleno. Since then, they've added 6 more, gradually transforming the city. The ultimate goal? To create superblocks across the entire surface area of Barcelona. And with this recent announcement, they're taking a giant leap towards achieving that vision. In a city with very high population density and very few parks, implementing superblocks has shown to be an efficient approach to free up street space for other purposes, such as creating new squares, public lounging places, and tree-lined green corridors. Before we move on to why Barcelona is facing challenging situations from some of its residents regarding superblocks, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, where we explore extraordinary advancements that shape our world. Of course, change doesn't come without challenges. Some motorists have voiced their concerns, and there have been organized demonstrations against the car restrictions. Even the residents of Barcelona's Pobleno neighborhood have voiced their concerns about the superblock in their area. They have gathered on the streets, expressing their frustrations about the longer and more complex routes they now have to take as drivers. A car journey of just 900 meters, a little over half a mile, has tripled due to rerouting. And as if that wasn't enough, traffic around the perimeter has also increased. These frustrated locals fear that if the same pattern was replicated across the city, navigating Barcelona by car would become as complex as solving a Rubik's Cube. Now, a small protest like this might not make a huge impact, but it does highlight the challenges that can arise when implementing such a transformative measure. Despite some initial resistance, reports suggest that the change has been widely embraced by Barcelona's residents, who have recognized the long-term benefits that lie ahead. Here's the thing. These superblocks aren't just about reducing congestion and noise. they also have significant health benefits. A recent study by the Barcelona Institute for Global Health sheds light on the potential of these superblocks. If the planned 503 superblocks become a reality, journeys by private vehicles would decrease by a staggering 230,000 per week. Instead, people would opt for public transportation, walking or cycling as their preferred modes of getting around the city. The shift would substantially improve air quality and noise levels within the car-free streets. The study reveals that nitro dioxide, NO2, a harmful pollutant, would decrease by 25%, aligning with World Health Organization's recommendations. But the benefits don't stop there. The Superblock initiative is expected to generate significant health advantages for the city's residents. The study estimates that up to 660 premature deaths caused by air pollution, noise and heat could be prevented yearly. By creating more green spaces, Barcelona encourages its inhabitants to embrace an active lifestyle and spend more time outdoors. This holistic approach to health has broader implications, as it helps reduce the prevalence of obesity and diabetes, ultimately relieving the strain on healthcare services. In fact, researchers claim that if the superblock concept is implemented citywide, Barcelona's residents on average could enjoy an extra 200 days of life thanks to the cumulative health benefits. Barcelona's commitment to sustainability and well-being transforms its streets and the quality of life for its citizens. With reduced pollution, enhanced health, and a more active community, the superblocks pave the way for a brighter and healthier future. That's a substantial impact. The economic impact of Barcelona's superblocks has been remarkable too. In the neighborhood of Pobleno, the first area transformed into a superblock 5 years ago, the interventions have led to the opening of 20 new local businesses. This surge in commercial activity has resulted in significant growth of over 30%. With the new plan in motion, an additional 33.4 hectares of the Enxambla district will be liberated from cars, creating a greener and more pedestrian-friendly environment. As early as 2023, 1 in every 3 streets will be transformed into green axes, similar to the successful implementation of Comte Borrell Street. Salvador Rueda, the director of the Urban Ecology Agency of Barcelona, anticipates some initial resistance to these measures, similar to what was experienced during the first interventions in Pobleno. However, he points out that the discontent had actually shifted towards acceptance and even a demand for more superblock interventions in other parts of Barcelona. So, how will this transformation take place? Barcelona proposes a staggered introduction, starting with a public competition to create 4 new plazas along a main artery called Carrière de Consell de Sant. These plazas will serve as the starting point for the superblock's gradual expansion across the district. By 2030, all 21 streets within the community will be remodeled, creating a cohesive and pedestrian-friendly urban landscape. Barcelona has set some strict specifications for the design of these streets. They want at least 80% of the roads shaded by trees in summer, ensuring a pleasant and comfortable pedestrian experience. Additionally, 20% of the street surface should be porous, with half planted with grass. This helps the ground absorb rainwater and improves flood resilience, ensuring Barcelona remains sustainable. Just imagine the possibilities of transforming a city's entire surface area into superblocks. The city believes it could free up 70% of road space for active travel and recreation. That means less air pollution, reduced carbon emissions, and quieter streets. And hey, expanded tree cover could even help lower those summer temperatures. Barcelona is truly paving the way for a greener and healthier urban environment. Many other cities have started following Barcelona's footsteps by experimenting with this new way of development. The Los Angeles City Council has also voted on a motion to implement the first park block in the city. The park block plan aims to close off select streets to cars, creating vibrant pedestrian and cycle-friendly spaces. With the recent increase in traffic deaths in Los Angeles, the park block plan couldn't come at a better time. By prioritizing areas with limited access to public spaces, high health disparities and dense populations, the program aims to address the needs of communities that have long awaited such transformative initiatives. The initial pilot of the Park Block program will be implemented within Councilmember Kevin De Leon's District 14, which encompasses downtown LA, Boyle Heights, Highland Park, Lincoln Heights, Monterey Hills, and Glassell Park. This focused approach allows for careful evaluation and refinement before scaling the program citywide. It's an exciting time for the City of Angels as it takes steps towards a more sustainable, pedestrian-friendly future. While Barcelona is a prime example of the successful implementation of superblocks, it's essential to acknowledge that each city has unique challenges and characteristics. We can't simply replicate Barcelona's model in every corner of the world, especially in emerging global cities across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, as well as younger cities in the US and Australia. Factors such as scale, population density, urban shape, development plans, and institutional frameworks vary significantly among these cities. The key lies in understanding each city's specific context and needs and tailoring the approach accordingly. Still, Barcelona's car-free superblocks are redefining urban living and showing us a glimpse of a more sustainable future. The concept has global potential, yet its implementation in each city will undoubtedly be localized. Interested in more such amazing things happening in our world? Click here to see the problem with New York's skyscrapers, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you on the other side.